Musicians Exchange Podcast, Season 3.
Musicians Exchange Podcast.
Musicians Exchange Podcast Season 3, period.
Musicians Exchange Podcast.
Welcome to the Musicians Exchange Podcast.
Musicians Exchange Podcast.
Musicians Exchange Podcast Season 3.
Musicians Exchange Podcast Season 3. Let's go.
So welcome back to another episode of Musicians Exchange Podcast. This is season three. Glad to be back. I got some of my bros and my sister with me. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. We're gonna jump right into this. Let's go.
Okay, I am Tamara Russell. I am professionally a speech language pathologist. Professionally.
Somebody just got their degree. Congratulations.
Amen. God bless.
Doctorates?
No.
Okay.
No.
Hey,
I'm Mel Holloway, you guys. I'm Jamel. I go by many names. I am I work in law enforcement, and I am the bass player that's unknown. Hey, guys. Dirty Loops, Part 3.
First name already.
These niggas started
Already.
Right,
It's not
let's
me.
get it.
Tim Scott, musician, businessman, just all around advocate for the arts.
Founder of Fast X.
This guy
Absolutely.
has a way with words. He's a businessman for real. And then we'll get more into that. Tim, he's been on one of the seasons before. He's been on, I think, one or two. One, my fault. And then Mel, he's been on one. I got them too, bro. I should have went and put mine on, bro. Yeah. It's like that. Mel, he's a returning family member of the Musicians Exchange Podcast. And we got a new one right here. It's my sister. She been supporting. It's been love. You know what I mean? But yeah, and she's crazy. So I brought her on. I brought her on because she will bring a different, perspective or, outside view. Because she dates a musician. She don't date musicians.
She make it clear.
Make it plain.
Make it clear.
Make it plain.
Okay. Yes.
One and one only.
All right.
We're not out here dating Legion, for we are many.
We are many.
Eve said she ain't got a resume.
Right.
No resume. Glory be to
She don't
God.
got miles in the musician
No.
community.
No community.
Look, there we go. Brand new car.
Terrible.
New vehicle.
Amen.
On the way to the
Okay.
house. But nah, man. So, man, this episode, I was talking to my bro Tim, and one time we was in Charlotte, just rapping about the different scenes. I ran into him linked up with him, and I needed another episode. Not needed, but I did want to. I be very strategic when I be coming up with episodes, and I wanted to make sure the content was fresh and we was talking about something valid. And he mentioned, we need to. It's not enough people discussing the do's and don'ts of social media as it pertains to musicians and artists. Using that platform the right way. I thought that was a dope topic, and here we are. Literally, here we are. I think these guys, all of them, both of these guys, use their platforms to the best of their ability, and it's a great representation of who they are. You can, your platform tells a lot about you.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
As Tamara, as an outsider looking in, not necessarily an outsider, but she supports her dude or whatever, and I'm sure she watches what he posts and some of everybody. You know what I mean? My wife watch what I post, and some days she be like, "Babe, you wildin'," or "Babe, like, yo, that was good," or I'm not one for the clout vibes, but we gonna jump right in, man. I told them all to come with some do's and some don'ts. Everybody give me 2 do's and 2 don'ts. We'll just jump right into it, man. Let's go. We'll go first.
I'll
you
go
got
first
And
because
it's
I got
it
notes.
don't have to be in any order either.
Because she got notes.
I got notes.
She can't prepare.
Okay.
Teacher.
No,
Professional.
okay. Let's not. Okay. So what y'all want first? Do's or don't for me? I'm gonna
Let's
start
get
with
one
the.
don't and one do.
Okay, so for the do's, I said do invest in various social media waves, like Clubhouse just came about, TikTok just came about, and I think those are 2. They took off really, really fast.
Yep.
And so those are 2 that if you missed it, you kind of missed it. Like, I don't want to say you missed it, but it was
little
good for
window.
you to jump on those new waves when they're early, starting out fresh, because everybody's going to be on them at first. And it's the easy way for you to build a broader audience or following. So I did that for the do's, and then for the don'ts, at the same time, I said don't wear out your audience with the same material. So I think a lot of things that I see is like, you know, with the same material, like
oversaturating the market with the same content.
challenges, the same challenge.
Yeah.
Over.
Silhouette.
And
Bust it.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
That's not what I meant. But
Yeah, right. I was like, I'm not sure if that's what she was
No,
talking about.
No,
musicians ain't
yeah.
doing that, but what I'm saying is like,
I wasn't sure if she was going that way
once you
with it.
miss that window, it's
challenge
like we don't see no more
because
busted challenges. It's like y'all done
concerned.
remixed them enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But, yeah.
Knowing when to end too.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
But with that too, though, you have to like kind of pay attention to those social media platforms because things like TikTok they are built for musicians if you make it that way. But TikTok is more of one of those things that's in the like the newer generation
It's a
for like
gimmicky
kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you don't really see like a lot of musicians. It's some way to build your platform because shout out to Josh.
Yeah.
You know, him and his lady did the
Facts.
TikTok, and that was the first time I seen something different with an actual like musician on TikTok, like an actual real musician and authentic. When he did
that was
the
dope.
silhouette
Yeah.
challenge, him and his lady
Josh
did that.
Boyd and Imani Presley.
Yeah, and that was different. And I was like, oh, I can get with it because I have kids and they do the TikTok thing, and I'm just like, all right, this is your thing. That's cool, but at the same time, you just gotta watch what your social media platform is. Like, you can use all platforms, but just make sure like it's one of them platforms that ain't looked at like, because OnlyFans is a platform.
Wow.
See, you can get up there and win souls if you need to. Nah.
Okay.
Like you said,
You already jumped right
you know
in.
what time it was, bro. So, but like
Already.
you said, just to piggyback off of what Tim said, I agree with the Clubhouse. I didn't want to chop it up about that, but like you said, it's a gimmick somewhat. TikTok. It's like a lot of people get Instagram famous real quick off that 1 minute or that little Insta story. So if you want to use TikTok as that platform to do something,
Or like even better thing, because like IG's answer to TikTok was the Reels thing. Now I do see a whole lot of musical stuff like on the Reels joint. You know what I'm saying? Like short Reels. And
Instagram
again,
went
that's a
flipped it with
way.
that one.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a way because it's not as gimmicky. It's housed on IG, which is a familiar platform. Right. So if you got a good following on IG, your Reel's gonna have an automatic good following too. And it's just a different approach. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having to do like a full clip, it's like a check this out real quick. Bop. It's there. You know what I'm saying?
that's real. Cause like another musician, I say Kevin, what's his name? Kevin Carter.
Yeah. Come on, exactly.
Bro,
Kevin
low
Carter,
key can get any kind of work he want because he started out being silly. But I'm showing you, look, I can play anything. What's up?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
can create, I
Right,
can produce
right,
it. What's
like
up?
legit
He
play.
show layers.
Like
he show
play,
layers.
you know, he know his keys. He can teach,
And he funny.
and he funny. He not trying to get Instagram famous. You know what I mean?
Which goes to my do.
Uh-oh.
The biggest do for me is to understand that whenever you sign up for whatever social platform you're using, you become the CEO of the brand that is your name.
That's real.
And understanding
That really
Oh,
is
bro,
real.
bro,
That's
like,
not-
it's
facts,
real.
though.
This nigga know what he be talking about,
and
son.
understanding that once you create this at whatever your name is or whatever long middle name that's like a whole sentence that you put for yourself on Facebook, whenever you create that page, you become the CEO of that brand.
That's very true.
And understand what it means to understand that is to understand that when cats come to this page, what they see is their idea of your brand. And
That's
I
good.
think too many people take it like, oh, I'm grown. I can say whatever I want. I'm grown. I can do whatever I want. True. In your life. You're
Depending
absolutely
on how
right.
much you want work.
Exactly. But farther than that, understanding that it's not about opinions. I heard Dame Dash say one time, you can't be a public figure if you care what the public thinks about you, which is true personally. But when you're talking about a brand, a lot of people think Ray Kroc is the scum of the earth. But those same people still eat at McDonald's. Because the brand is not synonymous with the person. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
A lot of times it can be, especially in this new cancel culture thing. But if you understand, I need to look at my page. If you want to, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not into policing adults.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
But understand that once you create this handle, you are now the CEO of a brand.
That's good.
Microsoft has a study out that says people's attention span now is down to 8 seconds.
Yeah.
So in that first 8 seconds that somebody looks at your page, what they see in that first 8 seconds is what they take away. Not about you as a person, but about you as a brand.
Yeah.
Whether or not they want to attach themselves to you as a brand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not even about that 8 seconds though, because once you say you meet somebody new and you say, okay, well, what's your Instagram name? Boom, they give you their Instagram name. As soon as they give you that name,
But
you're
that's
gonna be
what
like,
I'm telling you. Yo, that's what I was going to get at. That's what I was going Yo, look how
But
far.
is a name not part as is a name not important to building a brand?
oh
But
no, it
that's
is. That's what I'm
very,
agreeing with you though.
very,
It can't
I'm
be
saying
like
that attention.
sexualchocolates.com.
Exactly.
Yo, bro.
Because then it's just like,
Yo,
well, your
what?
name is already
I'm not
off.
sending this to no CEO.
So,
Like,
Right.
If I
Yo,
get on your
check him
page,
out on-
if I get on, if I
down
get
to,
on,
no, down, I'll take it even one further. Down to your email. Had I known that way
Oh, my
back
God.
in the day, yo, people still call me by my AOL. I don't care. I'm rocking it. But now I got like 5 emails. You know,
Yeah.
everybody want a Gmail for the professional. All right, that's why I got
Yeah.
a Gmail. I got an AOL, I got a Yahoo, and a couple more, you know, but the name, it matters, you know what I mean? Like having these numbers and the Z's in the place of the X, I was immature, you know what I mean? Sticks and put a Z, you just got to
had a
switch it because the
Z?
name already taken. It matters.
And again, it's all about what you want your brand to be. And that's why I be talking to cats about, like, and that basically leads to the conversation that we had in the beginning. It was like, yo, I just want cats to understand, like, be responsible. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Accountable.
your idea of responsible might not be my idea of responsible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to be funny, cool. Cool. But package it though.
There you go. There
Yes,
we was just
that's
talking
good.
about we was just talking about Kevon.
Yeah.
And Kevon Carter didn't do it. It's like to where we look at him like, oh man, son is a clown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, son is funny.
He's funny.
Because it's packaged like, yo, I'm a musician.
Yeah.
I'm funny,
Yeah.
but I'm a musician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
right.
Packaging. That's part of what branding is all about.
That's true too.
That's good.
It's heavy.
That's true. And it's layer work to it too. Like you said, he's a musician and he's funny, but he built something where he's more like, so like, all right, I'm gonna come out as a comedian,
Yep.
but I'm gonna show y'all I can really play.
Exactly.
But- and he
All
cares.
these skits
I
around
can
music.
really,
cares about it. It's
I
not
can
a- it's
really
not a clout
play.
situation.
Yeah, exactly.
He cares about
But
it.
that's my biggest do. You know what I'm saying? And the don't is the opposite of that. Don't forget
Yeah. Yeah.
that this is your brand.
But, all right. So boom. So with that, you can get tired of that.
Yeah.
You can get tired because I see some people with public figures. A lot of people want to figure out how to build my bio on my Instagram. You go to some people, drain this out super professional. It look like copy and paste. Legit, they copy and paste in the emojis. They everything about it. So when and presentation matters.
Absolutely.
I hate going to people's page and you see the presentation is greater than the product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You spend so much money on camera lights,
Yeah.
action, makeup,
Yeah.
dress code, appearance, and they
Make it
can't
make
sing,
sense.
they can't video record, they can't.
Yeah.
Their product is trash.
Yeah. I mean, that's a real thing though.
Photography these days, and the perception of social media like has really messed with a lot of people mentally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a false image of
Yeah.
what life
Super
really
false
is.
sense of reality.
Yeah.
Super false
That's-
sense of reality.
Even during the pandemic,
False.
it's like, but how much more you gonna be able to hide? Like, nobody has really been doing anything.
Yeah.
Right.
So
That's big facts though. I would say going to my do's and don'ts is, I think my don'ts is just it's also how you package yourself, like you said, but it's also about who your boss is, like, and not in a bad way. I would just go into the musician aspect about it. I've gotten in trouble about it personally, and I'm just being real about it. But you know, if you have a tight relationship with your pastor, don't put nothing crazy.
yeah.
And like I said, just don't really put nothing
I know
wild
you
up there,
got in trouble.
because if you really love, number one, if you love God, we all are humans.
At
We
a
have
minimum.
fun.
That's first.
We're adults, but at the same time, I've gotten tagged for some stuff. But at the same time, it's just like, really just watch how you, like you said, how you brand yourself. Like, you can't be one of these people out here that's just like, oh man, like everybody really looks up to you because you can preach the word, theology, how to do this and that, and then like you're at a bar every other night, and it's just like some don't add up. So I would say like just
And that speaks to authenticity too.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Credibility.
Like, yeah, like
Yes.
Is he valid?
yeah,
Is
like
he living what
authenticity
he-
is
what he
like
talking
yo,
about?
like
Yeah.
it's
No,
one thing
not.
it's one thing to not put it all out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think
Right.
that's important. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? That's definitely important to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't need cats knowing everything about my personal life.
Some people,
My
Right.
friends know me.
some people upload their
Right.
photo album to the social
Straight up,
media.
yo.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a direct
My
upload,
friends
nigga,
know
like-
me. So my thing is, it's not about being fake, but it's about discretion. Like going back to what I said, like understanding. Like I don't know what it is about like these new cats today. And when I say new cats, I mean like men and women. Like
Yeah. All the way
It's
to the
like-
table. Yeah.
and it's not even just like an age thing. It's like just like today, like that's the mentality. And I hear this dumb stuff from cats older than me and from cats younger than me. It's like, I'm grown, man. At this point, I can say what I want to say. I can do what I want to do. It's like,
The older cats done
but
adapted
it
to the new.
looks
Yes.
bad though.
For
Like
clout.
that's not what adulthood is. Adulthood is not I can do what I want to do because I want to do it. Adulthood is I can do what I want to do, but I choose to
And
do
what am I
better.
representing?
Big facts though.
But I choose
Yeah.
to do better.
Big
That's
fact. Because
good.
if somebody comes down on you, you can just be like, okay, cool.
No,
I can-
facts.
I
It's a
can-
maturity thing.
I can back it up. Like,
Bro, I used
thank
to
you for
cuss
coming down
all
on
the
me.
way down on Facebook, bro.
Maturity.
A couple
Maturity.
people hit me up like, "Yo, what's up with all the cussing?" I'm like, "Nigga, it's my page." But
Yeah.
you right. I got you.
At
I
the-
feel
Right.
it.
Yeah.
At the same time,
I'm
yeah.
entitled. Let's mature. I've even got fired, bro.
I'm about to say you can get hired and you can
I done
get
got
fired.
fired. Straight from experience. They got mad at some of my posts that wasn't even about them. It was a church.
Yeah.
I'll leave it there. It wasn't about them. We wasn't even Facebook friends, so you was snooping on my page to begin with.
Straight up.
Oh wow.
So at the end of the day, it is what it is. No
But
shade.
that's my point, though. It's like, yo, like you have to make it. Like cats have to make a decision. What's more important to you?
Yep.
And this goes back to the brand thing. Is it more important to you to have a public diary, or is it more important to
That's
you
good.
to have a public
Not a
resume?
public diary.
That's true, though.
That's good.
But no, it's
But that's
big
what
facts,
it
though.
is.
good. That's good.
Yo, son, when I say I'm on Facebook for less than 20 minutes a day.
That's good.
Why? Because I can't stand a whole lot of stuff that I be seeing. Like
Nah, for real.
cats just be saying stuff to
It
say
make me
something.
nauseous, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Or these pregnancies.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. was
moment of
silence.
I knew it.
A moment of silence for
You
the,
are
Moment
not
of silence
the
for
father.
my
for the
man.
missing dads.
But yo, like it's sickening, yo.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
you
No,
know
no,
what I mean?
legit.
Like,
You get
Facts,
to reading,
though,
bro.
man.
You get to scrolling. It's annoying.
And then y'all have these long post alerts, and nobody's gonna read past the first sentence.
Boy, that's
But
if that
Nobody's
just say
gonna
long
read.
post, swipe. Like, nigga, we don't have
Depending
time
on
to
who it
say-
is, I'll
and that's
understand.
but and that goes back to the branding thing, because even like so that's something that I do sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But at least I feel like I've done a good enough job at making sure that if I'm going to say something,
It makes
it's
sense.
it's worth it. It's worth me saying something.
No, that's different.
So if
it's
I
a person.
choose,
Yeah.
if I'm a hit cats with, you know what I'm saying, like a long post pause, like it's like yo, like at least I know,
that we're gonna
I know
actually
he about to
click
say
on see more
something.
No, you
and
gonna
read
drop
the
some
thing.
knowledge. Right,
I'm
right.
about to. I know he about to say something.
Right.
To talk too much, but he gonna say
Nah,
something. worth.
he gonna
You
you
know
gonna
what I
take
mean?
something
Like,
away from it.
Exactly, and that's one of the things. And even like back when we was in school, you know, we just met. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
but
it's
like
all right.
I've known these cats since I was, you know what I'm saying, 18, 19, 20 years old.
Yeah.
And even back then, like this is not
Nah, he ain't
and
changed, bro.
talking about like the authenticity side of it, like this is
None of
who
us.
I am. This I've always been on that. When cats was
Yeah.
like, hey yo, like it's funny. Like I would be dead in front of cats
Yeah.
like, nigga, I'm not really trying to be funny.
Yeah.
I don't care about being funny. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
There you go.
Okay.
That's a fact. He been like that, but I mean,
A brand name like Pepsi.
I stand by it.
But imagine.
Okay.
nah,
guarantee
it's very real, bro.
Real though.
How would y'all encourage somebody? Because like I said, I like a public figure and this and that. But you don't, you everything's so serious one time, and you promoting and you just posting, like we said, They done got it down to the formula, bro. Like you said, 8 seconds. It got to be something dope. It either better be a chop, or it either better be some clean pocket or something, or it better be super musical, and it got to be mixed now. At this point, we don't want to hear no more raw drums, no more, you know what I mean? Like, literally, it got to sound like ready to go product, you know what I mean? Top notch, A1. When you go to post something funny or something that you don't normally post, people start to judge you.
Yeah.
It's okay to still be normal. Like, yo, bro, I like laughing, bro. Like, sometimes people be like, yo, you be life for the party sometimes, you know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. Yo, bro, some days I want to be quiet.
Right.
Right.
If I talk about God, that don't mean I don't love him. You know what I mean? That's I felt led to post that, so I'm gonna post that. But if I see something else funny, if it got a cuss word in it, yo, partner language, this is hilarious. I'm trying to help somebody laugh.
You're being real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ain't no partner
Being
language, I
real,
said.
not
But
a
again,
social
cats can
media
tell
robot.
the difference between something that's real and like just you being you and you just doing something or just posting something or just saying something just cuz.
But it goes back.
Right.
But it goes back to who you are off social media.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, cause we like, you know, not to tell ages and stuff, and it really don't matter. But you know, we came up at Central in an era where like Facebook pretty much was the only funny thing, or you know, Instagram was all about like who you knew.
Right.
And it's still about that now, but it's, you know, people make it bigger than it is. Like, I respect people for who they are off social media. Cause you can go, like, even when I lived in DC, you know, I met dudes all the time, females all the time. And, you know, you see them post one thing on social media, but you get them behind closed doors.
It's a whole nother
Oh, man, you be like, oh, I didn't know you was like that. Like, I can let my hand up, right? You like, oh, what up, nigga? And you be like, what up, nigga? Because you be like, well,
That's
you
important,
post so
too.
much important stuff on Facebook, I feel like I can't even say nigga around you. But at the same time, that's what I respect about the circle that I have of friends and everybody that I know.
But I think there's something to that though.
Okay.
I think there's something to that. I think there's something to be said about mystique because I don't want everybody coming up to me feeling comfortable.
Right. Okay.
I don't. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yo, again, y'all know me for a long time. I'm not that nigga.
This nigga not going. Tim gonna look at you like,
I'm not.
yo, who, man?
But that's what I'm saying though.
Like that's gonna be the first thing. Like, cause me and you,
Yeah.
if we chilling, like even like before we started recording,
Yeah.
like we chilling, like we talking, we, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We having a good time.
Yeah.
If somebody like if one of y'all
We all
people
would've
walk
been-
up to me and just like say something wild to me, first thing I'm gonna do is look at y'all.
Yeah, like
I need one of y'all to verify this before I
Straight up,
react.
though.
valid or
But
Like I
that's,
need one of
but
y'all to
that's
clear
the,
this before I react.
But that's what I'm. That's
Oh,
the
okay,
point
my
that I'm
bad,
making.
G. I thought you was somebody wild, like
Right.
walking up to me, bro. It's about to be a problem.
because that's.
But that's the point that I'm making. It's the point of. So if I go to E or if I go to you, and I already know how you are, but then I get on your social media like 2 days later, and I see something, and you post something, and somebody else might think it's wild, but I'm gonna look at it and be like, oh, that nigga said some real stuff, like, or either I'm gonna laugh at it because I know outside of social media, that's just who you are.
Right.
So it's just one of them things where it's like, it goes back to the do's and don'ts, but at the same time, you got to know who you are personally.
Absolutely.
And know your audience
Absolutely.
too. You have to know
good.
your audience.
Absolutely.
And to know that, like, okay, if I post this, number one, I know people going to get mad, but do I care that they get mad? Or number two, like, are the right people going to get mad that sign my checks? Number one. And, you know, it's a lot that goes through the mind.
If
you're
it's
posting.
important to you, are the right people going to get mad? That is going to cause a conversation.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I'm again to go back to what I said in the beginning. I'm not for like policing what adults do. Like, do what you want to do. My only thing is have purpose in whatever it is that you do, and make sure like if you're authentic, purpose translates well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Right.
Like
Yes.
to go back to what you said, like about like cats wanting to be funny sometime. One thing that I think is genius, like one of the homies, whatever, Chris Key, like that's the homie, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's my bro, like in real life.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not
It's-
like
it's
I'm not
solid.
being
Yeah,
funny.
yeah,
This is not
yeah.
cat. So
Yeah.
like that's my man. Like his page is his page.
Right.
His stories.
It's different.
Right.
Not
Stories
everybody can see those.
will like his stories will get you fired from work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Really though.
stories will get you fired from work.
Only watch them in close friends.
Yeah,
Thank you, Instagram, for close friends.
and not even because of the content. Like if you got headphones on, you'll get fired. Because like, yo, why are you dying laughing right now? You supposed to be working. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's hilarious. But again, to go back to your point, like, if you know Chris like that, like, you know Chris is hilarious.
Yeah, and
He's
it's
hilarious.
funny.
Like, and it's, but like that separate. I think like that little separation between like what you see going back to that first 8 seconds on his page, and what you see if you click the stories, two different sides of the same coin.
Yeah. But it's not fraud. It's like
Exactly. No. But like that speaks to, that talks about branding. That talks about purpose. That talks about understanding your audience. Like, cats literally be posted, and he'll repost it sometimes. Like, yo, if I'm having a bad day, I go to Live Action Keys stories.
Yeah. Facts. Facts.
Because it's gonna be hilarious.
Facts.
Hilarious.
Facts.
And he's still talking. His page still talks to us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, musicians, regular cats. You know what I'm saying? Like, just. But, you know, sometimes, like you said, cats want to laugh sometimes. Yeah. And it's okay to have that duality, but that goes back to packaging it. Like, it's like that every time. It's consistent. I'm looking at his page right now.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's consistent. And I know a couple cats who do that.
Yeah. One of the things one of my dudes was be personable, or be relationable. If that's even a word, the right way, I don't care. You get what I'm saying. Be able to have a relationship, you know what I mean? Like you said, don't just come walk up to me, because that's kind of corny, you know what I mean? Don't be so super deep on social media to where it's like, you see me in person, I'm a whole nother, like you said, a whole nother person.
I told you, I'm scared to talk to you.
But then you have the ones that you're not in arm's reach. So you would reach out like the Chris Key and all of that. Certain cats, they hit you back, and you be like, yo, these niggas is actually cool. Like, they cool people. Be that guy. I don't care if you don't got time. That's I'm gonna hit you right back.
That's important.
Small things, bro.
That's important.
I get guys all the time. I'm not nobody on the scene and nothing crazy like that. I work hard. I do what I gotta do. It's no bragging. It's like,
hold on a second. With all due respect, we in season 3 of your show.
But you get what I'm. But still,
you know what I mean? Like, we're guests on your show right now. You know what I mean? Like, you got.
It's always a learning experience. You know what I mean? Like, and that's for real rap. You know what I mean? Y'all can call me on it if y'all think I'm lying or whatever, or if I'm capping.
No, that's. I mean, that's real. That's real, and that's important. But that goes back to, I think, brand awareness. Like, if like, even like right now, like, I'm investing in some marketing tools to figure out how I can do better at presenting my brand. You know what I'm saying? And I've learned some stuff like within the past couple weeks, like, oh shoot, like that's something I should probably look into. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like, just little stuff like that, like, I always do stuff like that. Like, if you comment on my stuff, like, yo, I'm gonna try to reply to the comment. Right. Cats hit me up all the time. Like, I just had somebody hit me up the other day, like, yo, I'm a huge fan of the foreign exchange. I saw you play such and such. I was like, oh, my man.
That's what's up. It's love.
I've done the foreign exchange gig in a long time.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that says the content.
I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I mean, the fact that they know your name. Right. Most time your name don't even get mentioned on the content, bro. You have to tell everybody, yo, small things, bro. And I literally have people come up to me like, yo, what up, boom, boom, boom. Or, you know, they hit me on the inbox about the podcast, whether wanting to be on there or just gigging or being a musician. Yeah. And I make sure I respond to them, because I don't want to have that ugly, you know, or have a stigma or whatever, or notion that, oh, this he not cool. He won't ever respond to it. Now, if you hit me up about some nonsense more than once, it's a dub. I'm not even reading it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you know, again, back to the Facebook thing. There's a very clear, you know, my choice is set, so like, you can't just tag me in anything. Like, nothing is going to show up on my page that I don't want on there. Like,
that's it, bro.
I get those notifications every day. Such and such has tagged you in such and such. Review to approve.
That's real.
I have a lot of things sitting in that queue right now.
That's a fact. So let me ask you this: what are some things y'all been seeing musicians do during the pandemic to keep their business flowing? Concerts, okay.
Live concerts.
Virtual concerts, live concerts. Dope.
And I and I slept on that so hard. Like, at the beginning, I was like, yo, like,
ain't no way. People were
I was just like, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna pop, and it popped, and I was like, oh,
damn, we kind of behind the ball.
Yeah, like, missed it. You know
it happens. It happens, but you found that out because of what? Social media.
Yep.
You was able to get up there and do some research.
I've seen musicians get jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I respect it. I got a job.
I'm just being.
I'm
serious.
not going broke. You heard?
I'm just being
And
real
I'm not
right
knocking
now.
nobody with a job. I'm not knocking no
Nobody,
musician
bro.
who doesn't
No.
have a job,
Nobody.
an entrepreneur or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
First of
full-time
all,
musician.
kudos to any man
Yes.
or woman who
Yeah.
makes sure that their
Go.
bills is paid. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? Like,
exactly.
Stability.
Going to get the bag is
Mad
going to
respect.
get the
Yeah.
bag. Whether it's
Absolutely.
at
It don't
As
matter.
long as it's legal, we good.
Absolutely.
You can have pride in it.
exactly.
Stripping is legal. I ain't saying it's not. No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
Whether you on
We
the
don't want to see
drums
no
Sunday,
strippers, female drummers, bro. Like,
whether you on the drums and your instrument on Thursday night or whenever your church record, or whether you at Lowe's.
no,
Okay,
fact.
it don't
Bringing up
matter.
a-
What you mean?
Something
picking out
else,
stuff,
like,
but
I've also seen a lot of people like really tap into their resources and figure out like, yo, what else am I good at? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
what else can I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know cats who never mixed before, and it's like, yo, like, let me get into this mixing thing and
Production,
making some
all
money.
that.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, I ain't never really did like the sound and light. I seen somebody like build an entire lighting rig
Yeah.
at their crib
Yeah.
the other day, and I'm like, bro, that's amazing.
yeah.
I
Shout
seen
out,
cats pick up new
shout out to
instruments.
Sad. Sad will hang
McKay,
your TV.
Shout out to my
Said
bro,
McKay.
Said
I
McKay.
seen
Oh,
that.
man.
He
Man,
hanging
that
TV,
boy been hanging
lights,
He hanging TVs like it
fire
ain't
extinguishers.
crazy.
Yeah.
He building air fryers. Nah, we joking, but dead serious.
No, he
by
Bro
all-
took off in like a month. He
by-
took
by
off
any
as
means.
like a small business, and now bro
Yo,
is like
he in
traveling
the
state to
malls.
state.
He in Charlotte. He in the malls.
Hanging
Like
TVs,
when you
like
when you
making
when you hanging
bread,
TVs in
dog.
Crabtree, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not
I
Northgate.
didn't know that.
Like
Crabtree.
you go from hanging in apartments to small businesses
Yeah.
to brands now, like Spectrum. Like,
Yeah.
okay, come hang in the TV. We got a new building opening up.
Yeah.
Come build it. Come hang in the TV for us. Paint the walls if you want to. Like, it's just this thing of like you said, you got to tap into the resources that you have because you're not just a musician. Like that's all about you. You might be that in your own mindset, which is a
I
lot
am
of
proud.
things
But
we
again,
get
but there's
stuck.
still, like I said, like there's still something to be said about cats who, I respect these cats too who say like, yo, like all I know is music. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to leave this industry. And I've seen a lot of those cats like say, hold on a second, this industry is bigger than just the stage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know cats who's like, I just had a conversation with somebody who's like, yo, like, I signed up with this licensing company. Like, yo, I'm trying to get my music on some of these commercials.
Yeah.
Trying to get my music in some, my movie, my
Because
music in
it's
some
bigger.
of these movies.
It's bigger than like it's when
Because movies are still getting made.
yeah.
And
Because
that's
when you
where the
become a
money
musician,
is as well.
go ahead.
No, I just said that's where the money is as well.
Yeah.
That's
The
where the money
money
resides. You
resides
feel me?
there, okay?
That
That's
is
where it
it. That
resides.
is it.
What?
Because that's what we watching.
But that's the thing, though. It's just like, even with me learning, coming up, being a youngster in the music game, it's just like one of those things where it's like, when you're thinking inside the box, it's all about, okay, I want to be on stage with these people. I love these people, and I just want to play. And you get burnt out doing that. You get burnt out in rehearsals. And we've all done it. You get burnt out in rehearsals. You get burnt out doing concerts. You get burnt out doing these gigs here and there.
Man, I got
traveling
burned
for
out doing
this.
pre-recordings for a couple churches, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you a whole year.
But that's the thing. But then, like, you got people
still
that's
doing
like
it,
E, and you think outside the box. Okay.
Right.
Where we at?
Well, let's make
Here
a
it
podcast and just bring musicians together as brothers and
Absolutely.
sisters.
Even
No beef, no nothing like that. And we're all just going to just sit here and we're going to talk, and it reaches overseas. Or you got musicians that's just like, I'm going to get my LLC and I want
Love
to
to see
score
it.
now
Create
because
studios.
it's film
I've
rights.
been
Behind
seeing
storage
cats
units,
build
left and
studios
right.
be like,
Everybody got a storage unit now,
No.
bro. Like, look,
And you
we
go
ain't
from-
moving, but we moving in. We here. We
and
good.
you go from wanting to be seen
Yeah.
on
Actually
YouTube
working.
to the fact that it's like, oh, now my name is in the rolling credits in the movie theater now. Like, that's where I'm at now. Like, you don't have to see me if you don't want to see
You don't
me.
even
Right.
gotta go
Guess
back
what?
to playing.
My royalties are there.
right.
And that's just what it's about.
That's called cathedral thinking.
Ah,
You know what I'm saying?
Help
Like
us.
cathedral thinking. You
Help
know what I'm
us.
saying? Like you travel to like any foreign country like that has like really dope architecture. You think about the cats who built the foundations to those buildings never lived to see the tops of those buildings, but believed in the vision enough to put in the
To
work
start it.
like
Foundation,
at the
yeah.
foundation.
Yeah, foundation.
Like,
that's what I was about.
you know what I'm saying? The cats who built the foundation of the Leaning Tower of Pisa, like never got to see the Leaning Tower completed. You know what I'm saying? The cats who laid the foundation for the Colosseum in Rome, like never got to see the completed Colosseum.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's legacy thinking.
It is.
It should, if this pandemic hasn't taught you anything, if you wasted this pandemic, bro, like if you wasn't productive during this pandemic, I feel like, you kind of wasted a whole year.
Oh yeah.
A
My
whole
thing
year.
is, and you still got time to get it together, but you should have been way ahead, bro. Like if you come out this pandemic doing the same thing you was doing before, bro, I'm not watching nobody Instagram videos. Really, like, keep it hot. I'm supporting all the homies, but even the homies, if it's the same type of stuff, you're not living off that no more. Like, you got to bring something new. It's accountability. You know what I mean? It's holding the homies accountable. Put out some good content. Put out some fresh content, bro. Like, make sense. Make me want to support you.
Yeah.
That's real though. That is definitely real.
T-Mac, I'm interested to hear what you got to say about, like, as a speech pathologist. I'm interested to hear what you think about
musicians with lisps.
No.
E.
Musicians.
You had to do that.
Like,
you just
about
couldn't
cats
help.
like who like say stuff online and it's just like it's not clear. You know what I'm saying? Like cats who's like adults but can't put together
Content.
fluid thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay, so they probably would need, honestly, I'm going to just add this in here. So, some people say that musicians have something going on.
What? Help me, cause I'm a musician. I want to know.
They say
I don't got 3 or 4 letters. I'm
I'm
good.
saying,
here.
no,
What's
I'm
up?
saying like, the ones that are like great, like geniuses. They think
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
saying
yeah.
it's real, but I'm saying it's a theory. You know what I'm saying? I'm not insulting. Okay, guys.
Something to it.
I don't know.
Something to that thought.
I don't know.
It's called
Okay,
ADHD
so
for me.
oh my
We all got a little
so
something.
there's that. I do think that just me personally, I do think that musicians, some of them are, different, very different, and I think it's rightfully so because they're, even though they're different, they're very, very talented. They're very skilled, and some of their skills are out of this world. So it's like, okay, it makes sense. As far as the speech or language aspect of it, I just think that has to do with something going on.
Okay.
Upstairs.
Upstairs. It's something going on. And not that it probably can be remediated. It's just never been attempted. You know what I'm saying?
Brought enough attention to.
Yeah.
That's true.
So you can use this time to do
She
that.
actually had a way nicer answer than
There
I
you
was
go.
expecting.
Man, 'cause I was
Really?
about to say,
'Cause
some
I
of
was
y'all
about to say,
dyslexic.
cats
Set
is
you
just
up.
lazy.
Yo, even
Some of
building
your
Yeah.
favorite
like,
50 Cent
some of the
songs, smart
dopest
questions.
musicians can't speak clear English. Not even dealing with your profession, but just like, yo, bro, like you misspelling words in your bio. Your
Well, then that's
captions
the
is terrible.
academic. That's the.
Right.
Huh?
I'm just gonna try to walk the line, but it's an academic thing.
Say
That
it.
was
Say it.
It's
we
an
need
academic
we
thing.
need historical
Something going on
facts.
upstairs
We need
too, 'cause
something.
if you reread it, and you still hit
Pull the
post,
records.
something wrong.
Pull the records.
Say it, yo.
Let's
I don't
figure
know,
out
man.
what happened.
Use your platforms. You Google and YouTube are your friends.
Yeah,
You
I
what
don't
mean?
know. Like that bothers me so
What?
much. Like reading something is like, yo, somebody spelled quiet. Quite. You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's not just musicians. Don't do that
No,
to musicians
no,
because
I'm
that's
not saying
everybody
it's
on
just
Facebook.
musicians, but
That's
who we
everybody
talking-
on Facebook.
That's just specifically who we talking to.
The
But
Dan
if
is
you're
in.
promoting something, if you're a brand and you got an iPhone, you got that red line. You're supposed to click that word with that red line. It'll give you a couple options.
I got a question.
What's the question?
And this might be walking the line, but I got a question.
Say it.
Come on.
So, if you are a musician and you have a brand and you are trying to
What's up? What's up?
and you are trying to promote that brand, quality is key, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Over quantity.
I hope nobody has this in here because I'm definitely gonna say something. But Androids.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm team my phone. You ain't got
Okay,
to worry
so you
about
got an
me.
Android?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I got the Apple
I
one.
do.
No, you don't. I seen your blue
you
messages.
saw his face. You saw
I
how he was
seen
looking
your
at
blue
him when she said it.
messages.
Nah, I got iPhone.
I'm about to say,
Hey,
nah, I
yo,
seen
I
the
know
blue
we had a
messages
group chat.
earlier.
What you
No.
talking about?
Yeah, it was all blue.
No, that's
Yeah,
very real.
right.
That's very real. Unless you got like
I mean,
a
the
Google Pixel or something.
emojis.
Oh,
No, not even. Don't say the Google Pixel
sorry.
because
they camera clear.
Well, that's fine, but when
you
you
can't share it
post
with an
things,
iPhone user or post it.
and you can't send videos and things to people that you need to send.
That's very real.
I just think it's a barrier.
No. First off, we don't watch videos as musicians. If the video is blurry,
but I'm saying
if we can tell you got an Android out the gate. Oh no, we're not watching that.
I'm saying if you got work that you need to send, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, somebody like send me something real quick. You know
Purchase
what
a
I'm saying?
product that's
like,
user friendly across the board. I agree.
You know,
that's very real.
Invest.
No.
That's an investment.
You have to invest in
And
yourself.
it helps on the platforms. Emoji, like
it's just good with it's something about like the consistency of the compatibility of Apple products.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Just because we know like for the most part, like
You
when
have
you
a great
dealing,
way of
especially
wording
now,
things.
because like production is like a really big thing right now.
Yeah.
Like most of the production software that cats is using, like they're running them off Apple products and
Exactly.
stuff like that. So if you sending tracks back and forth, like it's probably easiest to do it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Because you can't scream, I want a MacBook,
But you got an Android.
but you got the Galaxy 5.
You can have a MacBook in your
With the
pocket.
Google
Life is
Pixel
not.
Pretty much.
It's not all the way
3
together if you
and
got
4.
if you're trying to do that.
or 5.
It's just very real, bro, and that's a great point. Make sure your gear is user friendly, or at a minimum in the field compatible with the field that you're working.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% Apple. I'm not all Illuminati. You know
I
what mean?
am.
Like, you know.
What?
Illuminati.
Illuminati, don't do that.
Hey, I'm playing. I'm gonna cut that out. I don't need nobody flagging me or nothing. Y'all
Hilarious.
coming after me or nothing. God got me. I ain't worried. But yeah, just do what makes sense. Don't be in church and not having Apple Music, or not being like, if I send you Apple Music link, you still can't click on it at all.
Oh,
You sending YouTube videos.
Yeah.
They probably.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not going front. I'm trying to be a little diplomatic right now too. 'Cause I'm like,
It's-
I mean,
I don't want to back because I know a bunch of Android cats.
No.
and
By
I'm
all
like,
means,
It's
I
not
know
that they
cats
sending
that-
you YouTube. It's because they don't have Apple Music.
No.
but you can get Apple Music
Shut up.
if you got an Android.
I mean, you can. It's $10 a month.
No,
but that's not what
you
we're
can do it. You can do
Pay your
it.
tithes.
I'm gonna keep it. Hey,
Okay.
Number one, it'll work. That 10% is 10. Yeah.
That 10% will get you that $10.
Yeah, and 74 cents that they
So
gonna
when
take
Apple-
out
so
on
Apple
the
see
first
that-
of the month.
When Apple see that email, you ain't looking at it like it's child support. So that's
Don't let
a
it be
word.
your last $11 in the account. They're gonna take it.
Gotta stop.
They're gonna take
Yo,
it.
this cat now. Man.
Crazy.
He's a fool.
Apple don't care about COVID. I'm just saying.
At all.
I'm
Nigga just got that
sorry.
stimmy. Let me get it.
Let me get that Let me get that $9.99 up out you, bro.
That's very real, man. I feel like, we definitely discussed some dope situations. We're still jumping to a little bit more of it. I want you to discuss the Charlotte scene. What's up? How are you seeing musicians in Charlotte work? Or connecting the dots? Or whatever?
It's cool, man. Like I was real fortunate. So, I am the artist in residence for a city organization called Charlotte Center City Partners. And basically, they're like the bridge builders, like in the city. You know what I'm saying? Tied in with local government, tied in with economic development, like a lot of the construction and things that happen, especially in the uptown Charlotte area. We control or we broker a lot of those conversations. So I'm the artist in residence, first ever artist in residence that the city has ever had. And they brought me on to be a part of this economic development initiative called Music Everywhere, which is basically a program that we started, or that they started, to basically bring more attention to the local music scene and to, kind of help Charlotte become more synonymous with live music. When the pandemic hit, obviously it affected everybody. Lots of festivals and stuff like that got shut down, and 2020 was about to be huge. But it affected everybody. You know what I'm saying? So one of the things that we did on the early parts of it, we started a grant fund. You know what I'm saying? Like just literally just giving money away. Like apply for the grant. Yeah, it was specifically for musicians and artists. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's something every
and
area
it was super
should do.
easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, apply for the grant. The application is not difficult.
Yeah.
$500 easy. And it was really successful. I think we gave away like $80,000 You know what I'm
that's
saying?
a
Like,
blessing.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Play the triangle.
But after a little while, one of the things that we like realized, like having conversation with cats, is like, yo, like this is cool, but cats genuinely want to play.
Right.
And some people was getting burnt out with playing at the crib. Some people was getting burnt out with
Ain't that many covers in the world.
virtual thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like
No.
as kind of like to go back to what you were saying. As creative people, we feed off of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that interaction.
Yeah.
You know, that energy.
Yeah.
So we, me and my people, my boy L Lambert, my boy Eddie Harris, and my boy Stefan Callender, we got together and put together this organization called Communities in Concert. And you know, we got started late. Like we started the conversations in like April, but we didn't really get our first outdoor show off the ground till September, October.
Oh wow.
But in between that time, by November 30th, we had done 140 paid performances.
Cause I pulled up on Tim and them. Me and Shorty was out there for anniversary in November, and yo, literally while we pulling up in the car, you can hear the music. So I'm thinking they on stage, is mad people. Shorty was like, I ain't getting out of the car, it's COVID. Nope. I'm like, yo, let's just see what it
That's
is,
right,
my bro.
Michelle.
I'm gonna support regardless. We gonna pull up. Yo, they was in the middle, like of this
In the
dope
alleyway.
walkway, in the dope alley walkway where people could walk through. It was lit. It was safe. But it was still dope. People was definitely social distancing, but the music was that loud. And I don't even think it was mic'd up. It was literally carrying like the whole area. But it was still dope. It drew people there. And it did what it was. It was effective, and the musicians got paid, bro. And then it sounded like it was a full band out there, bro. I got out there. It was what, a bass player and a drummer?
Yeah,
And the
yeah,
rap-
no,
and
no,
it-
yeah. That night it was a rapper, a guitar player, and a drummer.
Yeah, bro. And then the drummer started rapping. So it's just like, yo, they found while he was playing. But what I'm saying is just like,
Shout out to my boy Jesse Williams.
all day, man. Like they was killing, but less is more, bro. Like you can do it. And he was like, yo, they literally set these up on different corners in front of establishments. You know what I mean? The business owners came out and they was showing love. Like, yo, we appreciate it. They was asking for Instagrams.
People was making mad money in tips.
Yeah.
Because we was paying cats like $100 an hour.
Yeah.
So if you paid for hour and a half, you got $1.50. If
Yeah.
you paid for 2 hours, you
A
got
reasonable
$200.
rate at that, bro.
Not all together, like a piece.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
each per person, not
A
we
piece,
splitting $100 together.
And we
brought drums.
we
out,
catered
right?
to everybody too. You know what I'm saying? Like we had solo acts, we had duo acts, we had full bands, we had R&B cats, acoustic singer songwriter cats, hip hop cats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we really just wanted to serve the community, and that's what it was about. That's why we called it Communities in Concert.
I even posted it on, one of my Insta stories going back to the platform situation. I mean, to help promote and market it, I thought it was a dope concept. It's a dope situation, man. And this area needs that. You know what I mean? Like, not only this area, a lot of areas. I mean, to keep musicians rolling. But like
We
you
all
said,
need it.
Yo, a lot of that's one thing I'm really proud of the musicians during this pandemic. A lot of people have branched out. T-Mac, I know you mentioned Clubhouse. What's some dope platforms? Some along with Clubhouse, what's some other dope platforms? But still talk about it. Musicians can use to help their situation.
Okay, so I'll talk about Clubhouse. I think Clubhouse is a really good way for you to connect with celebrities or the top dogs that's at the top that everybody is looking up to, because you can get in those club rooms and you can get on what?
Stop listening, guy.
Oh my God, I'm trying to be serious. My
Go
God.
ahead.
Okay, so you can get on like the quote unquote stage or whatever, and you can actually like talk, like things you would have to pay for or have a really good connection to get, like you're able to get through Clubhouse. So I think it's really, really good. And then also I think a lot of people, because they can't really see you, like that's a disconnection. So it also
Listen to what they're saying.
it makes you listen to what they're saying, but it makes you also go to their like profile and see them, and then go to their Instagram that's connected. Yeah, and you can get more followers like that. Broaden your audience.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, that's that. I agree. I think it's clutch. My first experience with it, I said, all right, let me check it out because I'm not gonna knock it. It might work. I get up there, I see the RDU people up there lying.
They're lying. What do you
I ain't gonna
mean?
say lying. RDU, I ain't gonna misrepresent you. They was up there just real bigging themselves up a little more than what it normally is, and it's just like, yo, don't do that, bro. All right, so then quick lesson for me: don't get in groups that you know people are in already that you know from the area. Nah, let me get a whole new group of people.
Cause they gonna call you to the stage.
Yeah, and you up here lying.
What I can definitely
Or they
give.
can call you out. Because I think that's one thing about Clubhouse, too.
What?
Yeah,
It's not a lot of front, for what I've seen.
Cats will call you.
Yeah, they'll
cats
call
will
you
on
out.
it.
Yeah,
They will.
yeah,
Absolutely.
and you get people leave rooms.
Yo, ain't
because
you the
of
cat
that.
who was at the?
Yeah, yeah. That's it.
Hold
I've
on,
seen that
real quick.
Or heard that.
Didn't I see you at the? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want you the one that hit that wrong chord.
Right. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Humble yourself, bro.
The room is called "How to Make $1 Million." Like,
You
I see you in the
don't
welfare
have,
line, bro. You know what I mean?
Yo, I seen a
You file for unemployment.
I seen a post. This straight said, "Niggas getting game. They getting what is it? They getting game on Clubhouse from a nigga that got $23 in his account."
Hey, he might be the
People
most,
are finessing, though.
might be the most knowledgeable one in the room, but you still got $23.
Right.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it's like it can be used both ways. But
It can.
we trying to focus on how to use it in the best practice. You know what I mean? Don't get up there capping. Don't get up there with the wrong intention.
But I think I don't even think that's just a clubhouse
that's
thing.
everywhere.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's a social media thing. I put up a post like this a while ago, but it was just like after one of those days, I saw like too many things that just frustrated me.
Yeah. But it has to be said, though.
So he was
Yeah, it
fed-
had to be
he was
It's like a
said.
fed up.
pregnancy thing.
It had to be said. Nah. I was like, yo, like social media has turned into a place where people with no influence can talk about people with influence
Right.
as if they've done anything worth influence. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? It's like, yes, as people, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Right.
And your opinion is valid because it's your opinion. But it's like, there's still something to be said. It's like, yo, like we can kind of sit around and like watch a game and like, oh man, I'd have passed it to Durant, all right. You know what I'm saying? We can sit around and do that, but don't nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. Don't nobody want to see me on an NBA court. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
so it's really only so loud I can talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
That's because people feed off that button. It's called like.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like.
That's why they need to make a.
It's way
shut up
too
and
much.
dislike
Yeah,
button.
it's way too much people just saying stuff for the sake of saying stuff.
Yo, it be deep, fake, deep, profound stuff, and niggas be like, this is the one, and that's the. Yo, they be copying statuses verbatim.
Yeah.
Yes, I hate
copying.
that.
That's a don't.
I
That's a
hate
don't.
that.
Don't
like,
steal
y'all just
people's
saw that
content,
10
yo.
minutes ago.
Yes.
Don't steal people's content, yo.
Bro.
I screenshot.
Bro.
Check the
This
dates.
is where you got it from.
Right.
Bro. Don't be that musician. Don't be that artist.
That's why you gotta put your brand on it.
Yeah.
So whether you screenshot it or not,
I like what you said though, man. Don't oversaturate the market. Like, you know what I mean? Don't overkill, bro. Like, you don't have to post every day.
Yeah.
It don't even gotta be every 3 days, bro. Like, learn how to market. Learn the algorithms, bro. I do it. Like,
Yeah.
like, and I've done it. I only do it, and I feel like I'm sort of successful at it, only because I've had to do it myself. I ain't nobody to help me do it. You know what I mean? I gotta do my homework. YouTube,
Yeah.
bro. I get on my wife now. Yo, you want to do hair? All right, you gonna do hair? Cool. You want to start doing hair like for business? You gonna get your situation.
Absolutely.
You gonna market? This how you gonna market? You're not gonna
Absolutely.
post after 8 o'clock. You're not gonna
Absolutely.
when you on your phone.
Yeah.
Most people are on the phone when you on the phone. That's when you post.
Yeah.
Holidays, all of that. I'm giving away a little. You know what I mean? If you consultation fee, let me
You
know.
know what I'm saying?
Plug. But it works, bro. Like legit. And you literally gotta study it. You can use the platform to work for you, especially during this pandemic, bro. You ain't gotta do no hard promoting. Post
Absolutely.
it. It'll promote for you.
Yeah. And again, like if you want your page to be an opinion piece, cool. Back to what I said at the very beginning. Like package it like that. Like don't be like have like a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, check me out, check me out, check me out. Oh. Unpopular opinion.
Right.
This person who has done 10 times more than I'll ever do
Right.
is trash.
Yeah. You just
Now
killed-
I don't care about
you
nothing.
killed
that you
your
gonna do.
whole image, bro. Like just-
He look like you want to say something, don't he?
For me?
Yeah.
What's on your mind?
Nothing.
This nigga.
No, okay.
But yeah,
I'm just agreeing with all y'all, man. It's just the realization that we have to get back to, like Tim said in the beginning, we have to be authentic. You just have to be who you are off social media and who you are on social media. Because like you said, some people I know it for a fact. I get up there some days and just post stuff. Cause I'm living my best life. I'm having fun.
Yeah,
I think I'm a funny guy. Others who don't think it, it's cool. Whatever.
Ain't funny. No, I'm laughing.
But sometimes I really just post stuff just to post it. And I don't want to be deep. If it turned into one of those deep, like I think I posted something about let's do the credit score challenge. And I was trying to be funny, but at the same time, E jumped on there.
What's up?
My boy jumped on there, and they jumped on there with knowledge. Like, you need to learn the difference between a FICO score. And I was like,
real, though.
I was like,
that's
like,
real
people
to you.
Inboxing me and was like, yo, if you want to get your score up, like, this is how you do it. I was just like, I was just joking. Like,
but you know
my
why?
credit score ain't 800, but at the same time, guess what?
People flock to it because that's really this fool Mel.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's who this cat is.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's who this cat is in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, but really,
he'll just say stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And so
Like,
they-
what
they're
I've
gonna
always enjoyed about this cat, Mel, like,
Together, right?
even like back when we was in school and stuff like that, it would be like, I would hate to see the cats who like walked around like they was the best things to slice bread.
Man.
Because if this cat got around,
Exactly.
like, all he was gonna do was wait for an opening to be like,
Man, I'm talking about,
Inflame you,
it's like,
because that's all I had.
he was like, okay,
Ready.
Mel's like the type of cat to say something like, yeah, you can play drums, but you're a terrible father. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I like that.
And be
Like
dead
that.
serious.
But that's
It's
you.
called being humble. Or if the black people want to say it, it's called being humble.
Humble.
Absolutely.
Because I
You know what I'm
sucked. When I came to
saying?
WVI, I sucked. I really did. I went I came out of marching band. And I played drums like a little bit. Like literally a little bit. And it was 5,000 drummers. It was E. It was Tim. Tim was on his way out of school. So it was Tim on his way out. So then you had E. And then you had Omar.
John,
and then
Dewan,
John
Omar.
came in. And then you like had all these killing people. And this nigga Twan was just like, come play drums for the gospel choir. I'm like, bro, y'all got a lot of people killing.
Everybody got
But
one.
then I
So,
found
yo,
out it was
So many
But then-
drummers, yo.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, hey, yo, I'm just starting booking cats. 'Cause,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
But then I find out
let me get the check. I'll pay y'all.
He
you know what I'm
did it
saying?
right. He did it right.
I was like, I'm
it
not
right.
about to do
But then I
this.
found out, oh man, it's a roast session in here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and I'm funny. So I'm about to just.
So
And
this is
that's
your
where
place.
this
Yeah.
cat
That's where you
would
belong.
lose his mind.
That's
It
it.
did.
And I would just feel sorry for cats again.
And I always like to
he would
fuel
get
the
to
fire because niggas
like
like
I
to
saw
fight.
it
and I'm
coming
just like,
before
well, I
he
can
even
fight
opened
too.
up his mouth.
That's
Like
great.
Mel got like a look. He used to look at cats like if his top lip went up like that. He like,
Oh man,
I'm like, yo.
I think
I
you
look at
missed.
Twan
the-
like,
I
yo,
think
he
you
about to get
missed
him.
the.
He about to get him.
I think you missed. I think you were on your way out. You were out by spring choir when I was playing bass.
Uh-huh.
You were out by then, but we
Yeah.
went to Charlotte tour.
No, I was there. I was at
you
the
there?
when he played
Yeah,
drums.
you
I
did.
was there. I was absolutely there.
Oh man, and the musicians had a room, and it was like everybody like wanted to come to our room.
No name drop.
Yeah,
Oh.
man, you caught me because I was about to say like
He was
you know.
about to go.
Go
Reel him on back.
Ah,
Go ahead.
but you know,
Say it for the
You know,
people.
no, I'm not. People were in there,
Okay.
and everybody walked in the room. It was a chopping block. It was just a chopping block.
Yeah.
They was just in there. What the cloud telling us some? Yeah, you know we in the musicians room. And I'm just like, you know we don't rock with you, right?
You got that. You
Okay,
that.
I just want you to know that
You got
before you
that-
think you're cool.
that
And I
door.
would tell cats like, yo, please don't respond to me.
Just don't say
Just
nothing.
don't respond.
They're not
If
giving.
you don't
I
say
gave you the
anything,
forewarning before. Don't say nothing. You know what I mean? Like it's
Oh
just
my God.
bear with it.
the
But
less you
beautiful morning
say,
for you.
the less he'll say to you.
but even I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Even with Mel, you know what I mean? He's matured a whole lot as a musician and as a person. Like This man got me reading my Bible. I'm like,
Yeah.
we first start outside. Let's see how consistent, because I'm for consistency.
Yeah.
You can be my bro all day, but if you do certain things that I don't agree with, look, I just don't agree with. You know what I mean? You do what you do. I'm not gonna knock you.
Absolutely.
But if you reading the word or you doing something for real, like I'm human, bro. I cuss. They know that. People in church know I cuss. People outside the church know I cuss. I do my best to not let my flesh lead me. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm not condoning it. It's not right. It's a flaw of mine. But
you're a realist.
you can tell the difference. It's the same thing outside the church and outside of work. But Mel, he started to read the scripture, and I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'm all for homies going to heaven. I'm all for homies promoting that.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people don't promote that via social media, too. Like, musicians be scared to praise God and all that. Yeah. And it's no shots at nobody, but they legit be scared to share that they got a relationship. Hey, bro. That's real. Waking me up.
Yeah. You playing
That's how, me and God, we had a real rap. You know what I mean?
Right. But you playing your instrument is not going to be the only thing that like, not even to take it there and be serious, but at the same time, back even a few years ago, when me and you have conversations, you on your instrument is what people see, but you off your instrument, you off social media is what the eye can see.
Right.
If I have a conversation with you,
absolutely,
and you can't speak English, I have a problem with it. If I have a conversation with you and you can't write, I kind of have a little problem with it. But if I have a conversation with you and I see you in church, this, that, and the third, I expect a certain level of, I just have an expectation of a certain level of certain things. And you ain't got to be the biggest person in theology. But at the same time, you have to take that aspect, whether you care about the church or whether you care about the church because you need to, it's just the fact that, well, not even say that you care about the church, whether you're a member of that church and whether you're not a member of that church, whether they're writing your check or not writing your check, at the same time, it don't change whether I play here or play there. The theology needs to be the same. Like, your love for God needs to be the same. Like, on that instrument and off that instrument.
You want to rock with principled people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Pretty much. Yeah, you really want to do
Most
that.
of the times we're not mad about what happened. We're mad about the principle. Why did you do that, bro?
Exactly.
You know the code. Like,
Because, we're, even in the pandemic, like, a lot of churches, a lot of musicians have come off the road. And they have to. Well, they don't have to play at church, but that's how
everybody's off.
Yeah,
I seen a video yesterday. I was like, "Damn,
everybody's off
bro,
the
in
road.
church."
I've seen a status when my boy from DC made a joke, and he was like, "Yeah, you touring musicians that talked about church. How y'all liking it?" And it was hilarious, but at the same time, it was just one of them things. It was just like, y'all picked on us, but guess what? Now
come back in some way.
But at the same time, it's just one of those serious conversations that you have to have with yourself, and you just have to have, period, because a lot of churches don't care that you play for them or whether you play for their pastor up the street. They care, like, where you're, well, for me personally, the pastors that I've encountered, they care about your soul.
Yeah.
And that's what made me take it serious, because I was like, what I do off the instrument is very important. What I post,
that goes back,
and how I live, it's important to what I do. So
watch it.
But
you know what? So, and this goes back to what we said earlier about like what caught me like early in the Facebook days. Like I'm talking about like 2008 when I was really like, okay, cool. Let me pay attention to what I'm doing. Anybody saw the Facebook movie that came out some years ago?
The
Social Network.
Yes,
Social Network,
that's scary.
There is a bar in that movie that I literally read it like once, every once in a while, just because it's so real. And like I think it's crazy that they dropped this bar in there, and it went over a whole lot of people's heads. So I got it in here. So remember how the whole thing started, where Mark Zuckerberg had like got drunk and his girl had broke up with him, and he like went on like a rant and stuff like that. And like later after he started Facebook, he peeped her in the restaurant and walked up to her to try to like get cool again. There's something she said to him that I thought was dope. She talked about how like, yo, like you said all this stuff, like I don't want to talk to you about being cool. I don't want to talk to you about forgiveness right now. Like you said all this stuff. It's not even that you said all this stuff. It's that you said all this stuff on the internet.
Yeah.
On the internet.
Yeah.
She said, as if every thought that stumbles through your head is so clever that it would be a crime for it not to be shared. The internet isn't written in pencil, it's written in ink. You write your snide BS from a dark room because that's what the angry do nowadays.
They use it as an outlet.
And she like, it was like
That's good.
that line
That'll preach.
predated like a whole generation of just
Bullies.
like
No,
verbal
legit.
diarrhea
It's-
Yeah.
that cats be doing on Facebook and on these social networks. It's like, yo, like every thought that stumbles through your mind is not so important that this is the place for it. You know what I'm saying? And
pull
it's
your
certain
own
stuff.
respect from it.
Yeah,
Your
it's like it's
musician
certain stuff. It's like, yo, like certain stuff is for my page, my brand,
Yo.
and certain stuff is for the group text.
Yeah,
That's very
Yeah.
true.
yeah.
And some people can't
Yeah.
distinguish that. Some people don't know how to differentiate that this is what I need to say in private versus. And then it's funny because Facebook had like a lot of people pick on Facebook for having memories.
Right.
But it's funny some days when you just sitting in your room
Man.
and you
Memories
look
will
at your
expose that
memories and you be
maturity.
like,
Okay.
will humble
Yeah.
you.
Like,
I'd be
wow.
like, why did
They
I
will
post
humble
that?
not how I was
Why did I-
spelling,
why did I
but
share that?
God, I was so
Why?
When I was cussing
I
and
really
cat
hated her.
letters.
Why did I spell
You
that?
trying to hide it?
Y'all just got
It's very real. Yo,
I really hated her. Like,
yo, the memory. That's a good point. The
but it's
memories
true
is
though.
real.
The memories will humble you.
Okay.
Whether
And
it's
just-
whether it was the
just
style
make
of
you
how people were
realize.
texting and posting,
That was
Tuck your
crazy.
seat
or whether
right
it
in
was
at the
like
table, son.
it was like, man, like I really used to let out a
Too
lot
much.
of feelings
Yeah,
Too
in
much.
the wrong spot where
And-
people do not care.
Also,
Yeah.
maybe that could have hindered you from being further than where you are.
Right.
That's true.
I
That's
know
very
that
true.
That's
is
one of my
true.
problems. Like I used to, like not even on no feeling stuff. It's just like, I wasn't taking no crap.
Yeah.
And some stuff I should have not taken crap, but went another route with my delivery of what I was saying.
Yeah.
I could have been further. But am I grateful? I'm still grateful where I'm at.
Absolutely.
I'm not
Very
behind.
much so.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Very much so. That's like I was saying earlier before we started the podcast. I said, it's funny. I made a joke because I was like, there's a lot of people I could be playing for. Hadn't I talk a lot of trash, but at the same time,
It's life.
it's me.
Yeah.
I'm still not mad at where I'm at.
Yeah, there
Right.
you go. There you go.
Right.
Still loves
That's
me.
what
All right now,
matters.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
But I'm serious though. I look at sometimes I look
fact.
at people performing on YouTube and I'll be like, wow, like, geez, I really could be playing with y'all. But at the same time, I'm just like, wow.
And maybe that wasn't God's
I'm
route
still
for you.
your friend at the end of the day,
that's
and I
it.
still
That's
talk trash
it.
to you, whether you on that YouTube
That's
or whether
very
you
good.
sitting right here next to me. I'm still gonna talk the same trash.
It's important.
It's okay, bro.
But, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Like, literally, man, this is a dope topic. Shout out to Tim for even bringing that up and pitching that idea. Appreciate y'all pulling up. I feel like we help, or we're gonna help. You know what I mean? A lot of the musician and artist community, just people in general. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I hope so, yo.
Facts.
Because, like I said, like one thing going back to like the Clubhouse thing, like my sister is actually the one who got me hit. You know what I'm saying? Like she was like, "Yo, it's a whole bunch of
Shout out to Mariah.
it's a whole bunch of artists here in the city who want information, want access to information that you and your people have. Like this is a platform where you can like just give away game.
Yeah,
And also do what's healthy, bro.
And cats
on
be
your
getting over there like
platforms.
asking like questions and like having real conversations. It's like, yo, like
It's needed.
yeah,
Bridge
it's
the
like
gap.
it's really dope.
Yeah.
And it's
like,
not
yo,
something you gotta actually read. You can listen to
exactly.
in the car.
And that's how like this whole thing. It was like, yo, my man, like, what you want us? Because he was an artist, not even just like a musician. It was like an artist. It was like, yo, but when I look at your page, all I know is that you hate your baby mom.
Oh no.
That's all I know about you is
Well,
that
that's
you
real, though.
you
No,
really
that's
hate
a serious subject.
you really hate her.
That is a serious
And,
subject. I
like,
got on somebody about that the other day.
Whether the posts are funny or not, I like. There's
Yeah, I should
nothing
be able
about.
to tell,
There's
like,
no what
yeah,
like
in
even
that
like
manner.
there's nothing that I saw that makes me think, oh, he sing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right, right.
oh,
you hate her.
That's
oh,
a
he got a
problem.
single out.
He like a joke. Yeah,
Yeah, like-
yeah.
Oh, he want me to buy his record.
Yeah.
Like, that's important. Like,
It's a
again,
purpose behind what you
this
post.
goes
You
back
should-
to the whole like, yo,
That's good.
you are a brand.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what you want to do? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Kevin Hart blew up off social media, yo.
Yeah. And now you hear a lot of y'all. I don't like hearing other freaking comedians that sound like somebody else. Like just hilarious. She cool, but when she started she had the Kevin Hart spill, like that vibe. You can hear it. And no shots at Jess. Shout out to her. She knowing the thing, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? But it's a lot of cats. Like, I know cats out here locally who be trying to like talk like Kevin Hart, and they be like, as soon as you did that, it wasn't funny no more.
Yeah,
But I know where you got it from. You know what
exactly.
I mean?
No, but that's really real though. And just I know we closing up, but just to say what you were saying, like I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was talking to a young lady, and she's attractive, she's cool. But her man's like kind of broke up, and they was together for some years, and they have a child together. And having children is a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
And I respect parents that can co-parent.
Absolutely.
Like marriage is cool.
Yes.
I respect people that. I respect it if you do it the right way.
Right.
And having babies out of wedlock is not the right way, but at the same time, you have to take what you get. You have to grow into it and mature.
It's a blessing either way.
And I was telling her, and she just broke down and was like, "I'm in love with him." And I said, "I can tell that
Clearly,
because every day you get on social media and bash this man, and everybody, and you feed off of the energy of people making a joke about it, and it's not funny
Oh boy.
because I
Right.
said it's not funny because if you blocked him, then he can't see it." And he still has one up on you because
Right.
You
you
wasted
mad 'cause
all
he
this
done- he
energy
done moved on.
Okay.
Or
And he living
somebody
his
who
best
can't even
life,
see it.
and you just
Don't-
over
don't
here
lose.
just you're a bitter baby mama, and it's not.
Yeah.
And you're making a joke about the dad, but guess what?
that's what you presenting.
Dad don't care about you, and it's just one
He
of those
don't
things where
see
you
it.
have to get over. And it's not just about the baby mama thing, but it's about past relationships.
Yes.
It's about people you're dealing with now. It's about marriages that didn't work out. You can't
Yes.
get on these platforms and use, like you say, your brand, because you could be the top tier, and I ain't gonna say no names, but certain pastors and this that, and the third, you could be on the top tier. People gonna be reposting your stuff every day, and
Post one
one
wrong
thing
thing. Yep.
goes wrong, and now everybody, now
They
you
hate
get
you.
your followers are getting dropped, and everybody like,
Hate mail.
Yeah.
oh man,
All of that, 'cause
like,
they get
bro, I ain't
serious.
think you was like this.
Yeah.
Like I ain't
Yeah.
think you was
That
like
one-
that. But at the same time, it's just like you really gotta watch how you carry yourself these days.
And I think
Yeah.
it's
You
Just
important.
gotta
Like
be mature about it.
stuff, like certain stuff does have to be sacred, yo. Like,
Yeah.
That's very.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
no one to draw back.
yeah. You know
I
what
feel
I'm
like
saying? Certain
it's
stuff has to
important
be
to do a
sacred.
recap, or not a recap, but I don't care if it's monthly, bro. Review your social media, scroll through there.
Yeah.
What do you see?
Delete.
Because a lot of times these girls who think they fine, yo, bro, we know the formula. Ain't no
glow
way
up-
you got
the glow up is
2,000
real.
followers and 6 pictures.
Glow up is real.
Ain't no way. Look, yo, even if you wanted to use that musician, you know what I mean? Look, the glow up now versus then.
You had to do it.
Say it.
But nah, on the real,
But you're being real though.
On the real,
No, you're being real though.
You know what I mean?
You
Like-
really are being real with that because, even if it's not your job, it's still your job to be mature and like
Also who
you
you
said, and I
connected to,
like
bro.
that. And yeah, that's very true. And I like that. Even with me, like I not grew up. I didn't, but I went to college for criminal justice. So I always knew I wanted to be a professional musician, but I always knew I wanted to be in law enforcement.
Yeah.
And the first thing they tell you before the interview, and they ask you in the interview, what's your Facebook, what's your Instagram, what's your Snapchat,
don't
what's your
got
Clubhouse,
one.
what's your this? Because what we gonna do when you leave this, they ain't gonna tell you, but they gonna ask you because as soon as you walk out that door, you can be, yes, sir, my name is Jamel Delonte
Yep.
Holloway, and I went to North Carolina
Oh, this
Central
nigga's a
University.
Yup.
And
You
the
know what
whole
I'm
time the whole time they're interviewing you, and now that everything is
Public
via
domain.
Zoom,
Yeah, yeah.
oh man, they on their phone like this.
Right
Yeah,
while
so
you
so tell us about yourself, Mr. Holloway.
And they scrolling.
He's an alcoholic. He has 2 baby mamas. Like his characteristics don't fit what we need, and they're doing like this the whole time, smiling in your
Yeah.
face. But you get to the interview stage based off what they read on your resume. But once you get to that interview stage, oh, their phones are going. They have laptops set up, and they have things. But the thing is, that's the realization of everything these days. Like, people know about you before they know about you.
Oh, yeah.
And it's all about, like you said,
Damn.
I love that's what you said, though. Sometimes you just, and not even every month, every 2 weeks.
Yeah, filter it out, bro.
Just go back, because one
Sometimes
thing
I do it all the time.
these social medias is going
The
to do,
same day.
they're going to
Let me
remind
Take
you.
that down.
gonna
Yeah,
tell
let me
you.
delete
They
that.
are going to
gonna tell
remind you of what you did, what you said, what time you did it, and
Okay.
I ain't getting sued. But
And
boy,
who
I
you were
seen-
with.
yeah,
I seen a
And
post
who you were with.
about one of the people that was at the Capitol.
yeah.
Boy, I showed my wife. I said, "Hey, bro, media don't play
at all.
Once it's out there, it's out there.
They
You can
can't
take it off
quit.
social media, but I can screenshot it on there.
Yes.
Oh,
and
No,
it's
and that's-
funny.
The
And that's
internet,
the thing.
The internet is written in ink.
Yeah, it's
And that's the thing. I made a joke about it, but
It's very real.
but I was being real. And we're working in law enforcement. I laughed at it because we had screening. We kind of get the emails before everybody else get the emails. So the FBI had put out like a wanted list, and I was talking to my coworker, and I said, I don't know why they putting this out. They finna catch everybody that had a phone out. And now you see every week such and such was
No
arrested.
fly list.
150
Terrorists.
That
Right.
same weekend.
No
Dude,
fly
no,
list.
that same day,
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
tried to leave. And this is off subject, but people tried to leave that day, and BWI in DC was like, "You're not getting on this plane.
Yeah.
You were just at the Capitol 30 minutes ago. Like, you had your phone out. We
Oh,
seen
no.
you, stupid. Go sit down. Come over here and wait.
That's how
wait
this
for us to come
platform
pick you up.
can get you in trouble.
Yeah,
It can really get you in trouble, and don't take it lightly, bro. It's like, look, we've been fired. People have been locked up. It's also who you represent. Back to the branding, back to the marketing, the whole nine, bro. Like, literally, man. Like, take it serious. Don't take it too serious. Take it serious enough to where it's still healthy. Don't take it too serious where it's unhealthy.
Absolutely.
Right.
Don't lose your mind. Don't
Balance.
start panicking and build anxiety and take on unhealthy. What do you want to call
habits.
it? Habits and diagnosis or whatever.
Because people getting fired over this stuff.
Yo,
School teachers,
yo,
police officers, firefighters. Y'all are really losing y'all retirement plans
Seen
in
it.
a pandemic where people are struggling
Right.
to make ends meet. Like, people are still on unemployment to this day.
Yep. Yep.
Like, what's more important? Like I said, having a public diary or a public resume.
Period.
We're
That's
going to leave
good.
it right there.
Yep. Let's
Man.
end it.
And
Dead it.
the word has been brought forth. The benediction. Appreciate y'all stopping through. Tim, Tamara, T-Mac,
Makeup
and
artist.
Mel
MUA.
Holloway, the fool.
You
know how it
already
go.
said it.
Mother.
Musicians Exchange Podcast Season 3. We out.
You're
Amen.